You don't attract the wrong people because you have bad luck. You attract them because your mind is stuck in a trap it learned long before you were aware of it. A psychological loop that quietly pulls you toward what feels familiar, not what is healthy. And the most dangerous part is this: the trap doesn't feel like danger. It feels like chemistry. It feels like connection. It feels like something meaningful. Your mind mistakes emotional intensity for depth. It mistakes unpredictability for excitement. It mistakes longing for love. And so you keep choosing the same type of person, wrapped in different faces, carrying the same emotional outcome. The mind trap begins with unhealed patterns. When you grow up around inconsistency, emotional distance, or conditional affection, your nervous system learns to associate love with effort and uncertainty. Calm feels boring. Stability feels suspicious. Someone who is clear, present, and emotionally available doesn't activate your system, so you overlook them. Instead, you are drawn to people who keep you guessing because guessing feels like home. The wrong people trigger old emotions you confuse with attraction. They activate anxiety, hope, and fear all at once. And your brain interprets that activation as meaning. You tell yourself there is something special there, when in reality your nervous system is replaying a familiar pattern. The mind prefers what it understands, even if what it understands is pain. That's why red flags don't repel you at first. They feel familiar. They fit the script your subconscious already knows how to follow. You rationalize their behavior. You explain away their distance. You wait for potential instead of recognizing reality. And by the time you realize who they truly are, you're already emotionally invested. Another layer of this trap is self-worth. When you don't fully believe you deserve ease, your mind searches for people who confirm that belief. You choose partners who require effort to love you because deep down you feel love must be earned. You chase approval instead of expecting respect. You stay longer than you should because leaving feels like failure. And the mind rewards this behavior by giving you hope. Hope that they'll change. Hope that this time will be different. Hope that your patience will finally be enough. But hope without boundaries is what keeps the trap alive. The darkest insight is this: the wrong people feel right because they align with the version of you that hasn't healed yet. They mirror your fears, your doubts, and your emotional gaps. They fit the identity you built around survival, not the identity you are growing into. This is why healing feels lonely at first. As you change, the familiar pull weakens. The chemistry fades. The excitement disappears. And suddenly, you feel disconnected from the people you used to crave. Not because you lost something valuable, but because you outgrew a pattern. Breaking the trap requires awareness and discomfort. You have to question attraction instead of trusting it blindly. You have to ask why someone feels magnetic instead of assuming it means something good. You have to choose calm over chaos, clarity over confusion, and consistency over intensity. And that choice feels unnatural at first because your nervous system needs time to relearn safety. But once it does, something shifts. You stop chasing people who don't choose you. You stop mistaking emotional highs for connection. You stop explaining away behavior that hurts you. And you begin attracting people who meet you with presents instead of puzzles. The wrong people no longer recognize you because you no longer speak the language of unhealed patterns. And that is when the mind trap finally breaks. Follow Mind Abyss, where we expose the psychological loops that shape your relationships and teach you how to step out of them consciously.